everyone's having an awesome day. So today is actually our last video for the term. So I wanted to spend the class reviewing mindfulness and reviewing all the different types of mindfulness that we have learned about so far. And also teaching you all a few ways that you can continue doing this at home on your own, even when these classes are over for this term. So maybe over summer or in your free time, ways that you can continue practicing mindfulness. So we're going to start by doing a really gentle breathing exercise. It's called Bumble Bee breath. So I'm going to use my app so we can get into a seated, comfortable position and crisscross applesauce, hands on your knees, and we're going to start.
Sit up as tall as you can and let's be bumblebees. Make bumblebee wings by sticking your elbows out to the sides. Now wiggle them all around and flap them up and down. Take a big breath in and let it out on a soft buzzing sound. Make the buzz last as long as you can. Take another long breath in and softly buzz as you let it out. Now make circles with your bumblebee wings. Go one way and then make circles the other way. Let's hear that buzz. Take a big breath in and softly buzz as you let it out. Now shake out your bumblebee wings. Put your hands down and take one more breath in and just let it all the way out.
Let's try that one more time, because to be fair, I didn't tell you that we were going to be bumblebees. So now that you know what to expect, get your bumblebee wings on and let's try it one more time. Oops.
Sit up as tall as you can and let's be bumblebees. Make bumblebee wings by sticking your elbows out to the sides. Now wiggle them all around and flap them up and down. Take a big breath in and let it out on a soft buzzing sound. Make the buzz last as long as you can. Take another long breath in and softly buzz as you let it out. Now make circles with your bumblebee wings. Go one way and then make circles the other way. Let's hear that buzz. Take a big breath in and softly buzz as you let it out. Now shake out your bumblebee wings. Put your hands down and take one more breath in and just let it all the way out.
Okay. So like I said, this is our last week of classes for this term. And I wish I could check in with you all in person and hear your feedback. But how does everyone feel? I guess these are some questions you could just think to yourself. How does everyone feel with regard to mindfulness and what you've learned? Has it been helpful to learn about mindfulness? Have you been able to incorporate these exercises into your everyday, daily activities? Have you been able to pause and be present in the moment, in the here and now, by focusing your attention on something in your environment? So let's review mindfulness. Can anyone remember the definition of mindfulness that we learned about 4 or 5 classes ago? So mindfulness is paying attention to something in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, non-judgmentally. So remember, we broke that down. So it's kind of basically what we've been talking about all along, right? And another simple way to think about it is being aware of what's happening as it's happening. So as something is happening, you are aware of it because you are present in the moment. So it's all about being present in the moment. It's a really hard thing to do these days because our minds are so busy. There's so much to think about that we never really focus on one thing for very long. We're always here and then there, and then there's a thought here and something else popping in, and you start something and then you don't, then you jump to something else, and we're always multitasking and we're always thinking about 2 million things at once. So being mindful is a great way to train your mind to focus on one thing at a time. So, and you focus on that one thing, you try to block out all the other chatter and noise and just focus on your intention, which is the one thing that you have decided to focus on. That could be so many things. It is all that we've spoken about in the past few classes, different ways that you can be mindful. So, we spoke about setting your intention to focus your attention on a specific thing. So, acknowledging when your thoughts wander, not being judgmental with yourself, just saying, I know my thoughts wander. I'm a human being. My mind is busy. It's okay. I'm going to acknowledge that thought and I'm going to dismiss that thought, let it move on, and I'm going to return my attention to my intention, which is the thing that I'm trying to focus on. So by focusing on the present moment, we give our attention to one thing, and that really helps to calm our minds and bodies. So are we able to focus our attention on one thing, and how has that been for you all over the past few weeks? If you've been practicing it, you realize how calm and relaxed it leaves your body and your mind, because it's like driving a car, right? Your mind is like a car and you're driving, and you never ever stop and you never turn your car off. Your car's engine will get run down and it will get so tired, and parts of it might break, or you might have some serious repairs to do. So it's so important to sometimes just turn your car off, right? Or take it for a service, or do something to help boost the health of your engine. So that's the same thing with your mind. Our minds are always going. Tons of thoughts, tons of feelings, and stuff to do, and places to be, and things to think about. That we really, really do need to calm our minds sometimes and just turn off all the noise, all the stress, all the chatter, and really give our minds a good break. And that is what mindfulness is all about, to calm the mind and to give it a break from all of the stress and all of the chatter. So I have a really, really nice video here for you guys. So it's a little bit long, but it kind of says everything that we learned about mindfulness in a nutshell. So I'm going to play that for you. Let me pull it up here. Right here.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Cosmic Kids Zen Den, our place for helping our minds be healthy, strong and happy. Have you noticed? Lots of people are now doing things to look after their mental health. That means the health of their minds. One of them is mindfulness, which is something lots of kids and grown-ups are finding really helpful all over the world. Here in the Zen Den, we often try out mindfulness techniques. I'm going to talk about them in a new way today, so you can try it if you want to. Mindfulness is brilliant because it can help you in so many ways. If you find yourself getting nervous if the teacher asks you a question, mindfulness can help. Or if you worry about taking tests, mindfulness can help. If If you're worried about getting something wrong or not knowing how to do something, or you sometimes find yourself getting frustrated, the answer is usually mindfulness. So what is it? What is mindfulness? And how do we do it? Have you heard of meditation? Well, mindfulness and meditation are pretty much the same thing. We take some time, just a few minutes to start off with, and we give our attention to one thing, like our breathing. We just notice our breath coming in and going out. It's amazing though. This sounds easy, but it's not. Because normally our mind will start having thoughts which take us away from the thing we were focusing on. Just like a dog who goes from thinking ball, then bone, then squirrel, all in the space of 5 seconds. 1 minute, we're focused on our breathing. The next, we're thinking about, what's for dinner? Then about something someone said at school today. Then about how much we're looking forward to the weekend. Then about our favourite TV show. Then about, just so many thoughts. And it's just not very relaxing. When we practice mindfulness, we are training our mind to be better at focusing and choosing which thoughts we want to act on or let pass. We want that dog to slow down and to settle on one thing for a bit longer. And the great thing is, this will make us feel more calm and relaxed, which is lovely. When I practice, I can almost see my thoughts passing, and I can choose which ones to act on and which to leave alone and let go. It's like I'm standing on the side of a road watching buses going past. These are my thoughts. And I can decide which ones I want to ride and which aren't going my way. We only get to know our mind, though, when we spend time with it. And that is what our mindfulness practice is. Okay, so here's how I practice mindfulness. You can call it meditation if you like. They're both the same thing, really. I'll explain what I do, and if you listen carefully, you'll learn what I do, and you can try it yourself whenever you like. Okay, here's how it works. Posture. I find it easiest if I sit with a nice tall spine, like I'm sitting on a throne, like a king or queen, with either both feet on the floor or sitting with my legs crossed. A slouchy posture makes it hard for me to pay attention well. My eyes, I like to close mine. Our eyes can be a window for all sorts of things that make our mind busier with thoughts. So I find it really helps just to close them. Hands. I try and keep my hands still and rest them on my knees or in my lap. 3 deep breaths. I take 3 big filling up breaths in through my nose and out through my mouth. Now, I just notice. As I sit for a few moments, I focus on my breath coming in and going out. And that's it. Now, please remember to be kind to yourself and curious. We are interested to see what we notice. And we don't judge ourselves as bad or good if our mind keeps jumping about like the little dog jumping around from thought to thought. It is what it is. If we manage to keep noticing it and bringing it back, then great. Now practice. It's good to try and do this for a few minutes at the same time every day. This is how you build a strong and connected relationship with your mind. So, just to recap, posture. Sitting nice and tall like a king or queen. Keeping our hands nice and still. Closing our eyes. And taking 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. Then we notice. Watching our breath coming in and going out. Coming in and going out. I like to do my mindfulness practice each morning for 5 minutes. I find that when I do this, I'm much calmer in the day, and I'm better at learning things and dealing with whatever comes up that day. I also do it at night when I'm going to sleep. Sometimes my mind will still be busy with thoughts, and I need to settle it down a bit. So I lie in bed, close my eyes, and focus on the breath coming in through my nose and out through my mouth. Usually, just doing a few of these deeper breaths helps me drop off. I hope that's helped you understand what mindfulness is a bit more, and you feel like you know a little bit more about how it can help you deal with things that happen in your life. Remember, it's a practice, something we do over and over to stay in tune with our mind and feel happier generally. And we can do it whenever we need. So keep up the practice to become a true Cosmic Kids Zen Den master. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I really like that video. I think she kind of goes over all the stuff that I've been telling you all. But sometimes it's nice to hear it from someone else and to hear another way of it being explained. So, while we are on break from these yoga classes, I wanted you all to continue to be mindful at home, because even though this is where we learn everything, the real practice is when you do it on your own, right? Throughout the day or once a day in your day-to-day life. So, like she said in the video, you to do this on your own, you can either sit on a chair with you can sit on a chair, like a regular chair at your dining room table, with your feet flat on the floor and your back straight and your palms turned upward, resting on your lap, or with your hands on your belly. And you can press your back against the chair for support as long as your back is straight. Or you can lie down, like the lady explained, like when she's going to sleep. She can lie down, lie flat on your back with your arms and your legs uncrossed. So don't cross any of your arms or legs. Your arms lie by your side with your palms facing upward. Or you can have your hands resting lightly on your belly. You can place a pillow underneath your head or your legs for support. And then the final one is the most common one, which is sitting cross-legged on the floor. Palms face up on your knees. You can sit on a small pillow if that's more comfortable for you. So, like she explained, she tries to be mindful at least once a day. So some people prefer to do it in the morning when they wake up for a few minutes, or maybe before bed to calm and relax themselves. But you can really pick 5 minutes at any time in your day, whether that's in the morning, at night, before your lunch. But the most important thing is to pick a time and to stick to it. Because if we just say, I'll fit it in, I'll squeeze it in, I'll find the time somewhere, most likely we won't. We won't find the time and we won't end up practicing. So it's good to pick a time. The other thing is, so you don't actually have to sit down in formal meditation or mindfulness. You can choose to be mindful, incorporate it into your day-to-day activities. So examples of this could be when you were brushing your teeth, when you were eating your breakfast, when you were showering, when you were making your bed, when you were packing away your toys, when you were doing a chore, when you were chopping vegetables, when you're cooking. So being mindful does not have to be sitting in a formal mindfulness pose or closing your eyes. You can do it just about anywhere at any time. So it can be incorporated into your tasks throughout the day to calm anxiety, to lower stress levels, to calm down anger, and to help improve your concentration. So, for example, say you chose brushing your teeth. You'd have to choose the same activity to do mindfulness with every day. So you can pick one thing. You can say, you know what, every morning when I brush my teeth, I'm going to be mindful about it. So what does that look like? That would look like when you are brushing your teeth, from start to finish, you are focusing on the act of brushing your teeth. You, from the moment you pick up your toothbrush and you're putting your toothpaste, you are focusing on what you are doing. You are I am putting toothpaste on my toothbrush. I am putting my toothbrush in my mouth, or I'm wetting my toothbrush with some water. I'm putting my toothbrush in my mouth. You can close your eyes to even help concentrate and to focus on the act of brushing your teeth. Be like, I am brushing my bottom teeth. I am brushing my top teeth. I am brushing the sides of my teeth. I am brushing my tongue. I am rinsing my toothbrush. I am putting water in my mouth. I am rinsing my mouth and I am spitting. So you really think through each step. If you floss your teeth, you can do the same thing. You can mindfully floss your teeth. And it's okay if you get distracted. And it's okay if your mind wanders. It's to notice that your mind has wandered, not to judge yourself, because we're all human and this happens to everyone, and to just bring your attention back to the act of brushing your teeth. So you can be mindful with lots of daily tasks. Just pick one and really try your best to do it every day. So I'm going to take a quick pause to pause my video, and I will be back in a moment. Hi, I'm back. So we were discussing ways that you can integrate mindfulness into your everyday activities. Like I said, the other option is to really set aside a specific 10 minutes where you can sit in a seated, quiet, comfortable position and focus on one thing, whether that's your breath or the sounds in the room, or if you're outside, which we will continue to get to those things because we are going to review all the different ways that you could be mindful. So there's formal and informal mindfulness and meditation. Formal is if you sit in a seated position, back straight, crisscross applesauce, and you practice your mindfulness. Informal is when you incorporate it into your daily routine by being mindful about an activity like brushing your teeth, eating, dressing, showering, cooking, a chore, homework, exercising. So all of those, you can be mindful when you're doing them. So that is how you can incorporate it into your daily activities. The most important thing is that we make a plan. So either you know which activity you're going to be mindful, like you said, brushing your teeth every day, you're going to try to do that and be mindful doing it, or you're going to sit down for 5 minutes when you wake up in a seated position and be mindful. Mindful in a way that you have chosen, whatever way that may be. I want to review some of the basic ways that we can be mindful, just so it'll be a recap for you when you are on break, so that you can think of different ways that you can practice. So mindfulness of breath. So this is the most basic proven technique to practice mindfulness. We can do mindful breathing anywhere at any time. Sorry, my computer is giving me a little bit of trouble. Give me 1 second. Don't know why. Just gonna close some of my apps. Let's see if that helps. Okay. So mindful breath can be practiced anywhere at any time because we always have our breath with us. That's why mindful breathing is such a wonderful technique, because you don't need anything. You just need your breath and yourself. And by changing our breathing pattern, we can change our body. Remember how we discussed when you take an inhale breath, you activate your sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight. And when you exhale, or your out breath, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. It's responsible for rest and digest, which really calms the body. So when we take an inhale for the count of 4 and an exhale to the count of 8, we are having an exhale that's twice as long as our inhale, which means we are really activating the parasympathetic nervous system. So let's try this together. We're going to take an inhale through our nose to the count of 4, then an exhale through our mouths to the count of 8. So take an inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now an exhale through your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through your nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale through your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm not going to count, I'm just going to do it with you. So calming on the body and the mind. And do you remember belly breathing? So belly breathing is when the breath goes deeper than our chest. When we do chest breathing, it's really shallow breathing, and it doesn't do much to calm our bodies. It's kind of like that's shallow chest breathing. So we want to make sure that the breath expands through our diaphragm and it fills our bellies like a big balloon, and we know that our belly is going to our breath is going to our belly. If we put our hands on our belly, and we can really feel our hands expanding out like a balloon and then moving back in. Or if we lie down on our backs, we can put something on our bellies like our phone or a stuffed toy, and when we take a belly breath, we see the item on our belly rising and falling, and that's how we know that our breath is really going to our belly. So make sure you place the object on your belly and you'd know that's a belly breath, because my belly is moving up and down, so the breath is going. Don't force it, just take a nice slow inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. And don't take a big one either, like you don't have to rush it, you don't have to force it, just take it slow and deep. And really let your belly expand. And when we do get back together in person, we can practice all of these things together, and I can really show you and practice it with you. That'll be a lot more helpful. I know it's pretty hard to do this over a computer. So that is belly breathing. And then we have present moment awareness. So present moment awareness, this aspect of mindfulness is all about your surroundings, whether that's indoor, like in your bedroom, or it can be outdoor, in nature, in the garden, or going for a walk in your neighborhood, or going to the park, going anywhere outdoor could be present moment awareness as well. And then there's mindfulness of an object, right? Awareness of an object. So you can, let's go through them from the start. So present moment awareness can be indoors, so it can be anywhere inside. You can sit in your bedroom, and you can pay attention to what is in your room. So you pay attention to your physical surroundings. So you can sit in your bedroom and you look around. What is in the room? Look around. What is in front of you? I see an air conditioner, or I see a painting, or I see my dresser with a mirror, or I see my curtains. So you look around. What is in your room? What is in front of you? What do you see? What is the temperature? Am I cold or am I warm? Are there any sounds? 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 Am I hearing any birds? Or I'm hearing dogs barking. Is there any movement? Pay attention to your body. How is your body feeling? Is your heart beating fast or slowly? Is there something in the room that's very interesting to you? Like, I really love a painting that I have on that wall, or the painting that I have behind me. So you can pay attention to one specific thing in the room and look at the colors, look at the shape. Why do you like it? Why does it stand out more to you? What is the texture? Is it bumpy or smooth? Does this painting have any texture? Yes, it actually does have a lot of texture. So you can touch it and you can look at it and you can observe it. So you can really pay attention to one thing in your room. And notice it, notice all the things about it. So that's being mindful indoors, like in your room. You can do it in your bedroom or in your living room, in your kitchen. You can really do it anywhere. You can do it outside, like I said, in the park, in the garden, on a walk, on a hike, in the pool. So really just focusing on what is around you. So that's the point of it, really focusing on what is around you. So you focus, if you're outside in the garden, you could look up at the sky. You can look at the sky. What color is the sky today? Are there clouds? Are the clouds big or small? Are they fluffy or are they wispy? Is there grass? Is the grass green or is it dry? Is it pickery or is it soft? Are there flowers in the garden today? Are the flowers blooming? What color are the flowers? You can go and smell the flowers. You can look at the shapes of the flowers. What kind of flowers are they? Is there one flower or is it lots of flowers? You can listen to sounds in your garden or outside. Are you hearing birds tweeting? Are you hearing dogs barking or cars driving by? You can pay attention to the temperature. Is the sun blazing down upon you? Is it hot or is it a cool evening or cool night with a breeze? So there's always something to be mindful about and to pay attention to. And then awareness of an object. You can pick any object. So I can pick my ponytail. So if I want to be mindful and I want to use my ponytail, I close my eyes and I hold my ponytail. Is my ponytail hard or soft? My ponytail is soft. It's velvet. Look at my ponytail. What shape is it? My ponytail has a circle in the center. My ponytail has leopard spots on it. These spots are black and brown. What temperature is my ponytail? It's cool because my air condition was on, so it made my ponytail cool. What does my ponytail smell like? My ponytail smells like shampoo because I had it in my hair when my hair was clean. So that's how you can have present moment awareness with an object. You can pick any object. Don't forget, while we're doing all of this, our minds might wander. We might get distracted. We might have other thoughts, and that is okay. Don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Just bring your attention back to your intention and recenter yourself and focus yourself again on what you're trying to pay attention to. Then the last one was mindful listening. So mindful listening is a wonderful way to quiet the mind and train the mind to pay attention and focus on one thing. So do you remember our bell, our listening bell exercise, when you had to listen to the sound of the bell until you can no longer hear it? So that was a way to be mindful. If you want to do mindful listening, you could even get a glass bottle and hit it with a fork or a spoon gently until you don't hear any sound again. Or remember that we listened to some really cool songs. So you can pick a song that you know or a song that you don't know, and you can listen to a song. If you close your eyes, it really helps you to use your other senses, like your hearing, and it really blocks out a lot of distractions. You can listen to a song, listen to the instruments, listen to the lyrics, listen to the beat and the melody, Listen to the voices. Listen to all the parts of the song and really focus on the song. If you get distracted, that's okay. Just bring your mind and your focus and your attention back to the song. Another thing you could do is to focus on the sounds in your room, so you can get into a comfortable seated position and you can listen to the sounds in your room. And remember, there's no such thing as silence, which is something I never thought of before, but there's always a sound happening. Like the birds, or the ticking of the fan, the ceiling fan, or my water pump outside my room. I'm hearing it pumping. It cycles on and off. There's always a sound to pay attention to. So you can sit in your room and you can really just close your eyes and you can listen for 5 minutes. What do you hear? And if your thoughts wander, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to the task of focusing on the sounds in your room. So mindfulness can take many different forms. You can be mindful just in about any way that you choose. And one, you may prefer one way to another. You may prefer mindful listening over mindful sounds. Over mindful breathing. You might prefer mindful breathing over mindful listening. So you could really find something, or you might prefer to do neither of those and to really be mindful when you do a day-to-day activity like brushing your teeth or showering. So in the shower, you can be mindful. You can mindful. I'm turning on the shower. You can be mindful. How does the water feel when it touches your hair? And you can really focus on all the parts of the shower. You can pay attention to how you shampoo your hair. How does it feel as you massage your scalp in the shower with your shampoo? So, I'm looking a little bit crazy now. So you can really be mindful in just about any way, and that is the amazing and beautiful part of mindfulness. There is no one way. There is no right way. Once you are training your mind to focus on one thing, you are doing mindfulness. So I'm going to pause again now, and then we're going to do a little bit of a yoga sequence. So we're going to do some gentle stretching and then a little bit of a sun salutation and a little bit of a warrior two pose. So I'll be back and we will get started with that. Okay, so let's do our yoga part. So we're going to start in a seated position. We're going to start with some gentle breathing, sitting up straight and tall. Take a nice long breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's turn and make our way to tabletop. We're going to do a few cats and dog poses. So let's inhale like a cow, moo, and exhale like a cat and press our hands into the floor. Inhale, moo, moo. Exhale, meow. Inhale, moo. Exhale, meow. Push your hands into the floor and really stretch your back. So now that you've done a few cats and cows, take your hips all the way back into child's pose. This is a great time to tell Mother Earth thank you and to show her gratitude. We are so lucky to live on this earth. Take a few deep breaths here. And press back into downward dog. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Press your hands into the floor and walk your dog. And let your head hang between your arms. Step your feet to your hands. And now we're going to do, my bad. We're going to hang over like this. And you can put your hands to the floor and hang over in a relaxed ragdoll pose. Hands to your shins, halfway up. Relax your hands to the floor, back down. Inhale and reach your hands all the way to the sky. Hands to your side. Hands all the way up. Inhale to the sky. Hello, sky. Gratitude to the sun. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold to the floor. Inhale, bring your hands just below your knees and lengthen your spine. Then fold like a monkey hanging on a tree. You can bend your knees if you like. So grateful for the earth. Inhale, reach up. Hello, sun. Hands to your side. So we're going to try warrior two pose. So we're going to put our feet 1 foot in front and 1 foot behind. So this foot goes straight back like it's going to cut this back foot in half. So you can try it. When we practice in person, we'll go over it again. This, and you put your hands out. So inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior two, exhale. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Now we turn to the other side, so you just shift your feet to the opposite side. So now this one is like this, and this one is like this. So inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Now let's do, if you remember the sun salutations that we did last week with the chaturanga. Let's do an exhale, inhale, hands up and hands to the floor. Let's go into plank. Inhale, lower, back down to the floor. Ooh, these cobras really stretch your back and strengthen your back muscles. Push back into child's poses. Step your feet to the front. And hands all the way up to the sky. Let's do one more. Hands up to the sky, down to the floor. Step back into plank, lower chaturanga, up, press back into downward dog. Step to the front of the mat, halfway lift, relax, hands up to the sky, hands down to the floor, step back into plank, lower down, cobra, push back into downward dog, step to the front of the mat, halfway lift, release, hands to the sky, hands to your side. Okay, come down into seated position. Ooh, even I break a little sweat from doing a few sun salutations. And you can sit here for a few breaths and then you can lie onto your back. You can take a rest onto your back while I get your guided meditation out. So you can lie on your back, hands by your side, feet wider than your mat or wider than hip width apart, palms up, close your eyes.
Find a place where you can sit comfortably for a few minutes. You can keep your eyes open and watch the images on the screen, or you can close your eyes if you like. In this short meditation, you will have a chance to practice being present. Imagine that you have a special flashlight. Wherever you shine the light of the flashlight, that's where your attention goes to. Your mind might want to think about other things, but see if you can direct it back to wherever the flashlight is shining. So begin by shining the flashlight on the surface that you are sitting on. Is it hard or soft, firm or squishy? How does it feel against your body? Just notice. Now shine the flashlight on your feet. Feel your feet as they're resting on the ground. Notice what the bottoms of your feet feel like. Notice what your toes feel like. Are your feet warm, cool, tingly, itchy, wiggly, or something else? Just notice. Your mind may want to pull you away to other thoughts. Say hello to your thoughts, and then just bring yourself back to where the flashlight is shining. Shine the flashlight now on the whole middle part of your body, your chest, back, belly. What does it feel like in there? Do you notice places that feel heavy, tight, open, fluttery, rumbly, tense, or something else? You don't have to change anything. Just let it be, just as it is, right now. When you are ready, shine the flashlight on your whole body. How does it feel? Is it jumpy, calm, relaxed, energized, sleepy, achy, or something else? Notice the light from the flashlight shining over your whole body. Now direct the flashlight so that it shines on your breathing. Notice your breath as it comes in and out, like waves at the ocean. Is your breathing moving fast, or slow, or somewhere in between? Remember, your mind will probably think of lots of thoughts. Some of those thoughts may even try to pull you away with them. Say hello to your thoughts and let them pass. Then bring your attention back to where your flashlight is pointing, back to your breathing. Notice your breath coming into your body. What does that feel like? Notice your breath going out through your nose or mouth. Hold the flashlight steady, right on your breathing. Now when you're ready, shine the flashlight inside to your feelings. Take a look around and see what is there. Are you feeling happy, grumpy, sad, upset, silly, angry, worried, peaceful, or something else? Maybe your feelings have a color. As you shine your flashlight on your feelings, what do you see? How much space do they take up? Can you welcome whatever you see? Can you invite it to come and sit next to you somewhere in the room? You don't have to push it away or change it. All of your feelings are welcome here. When you are ready, you can point your flashlight back into the room where you are and bring your attention back into the room.
Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you can stretch your arms and your legs. Take a big stretch on the floor. Open your eyes. Come to a seated position. So that's it for today, and that's it for the term. Thank you for doing this with me. It was a first, and I know it's kind of hard to do this stuff over the computer. I'm really looking forward to having you all back again in a big room so that we can practice and play together. Lots of games, lots of interactive activities, and lots of talking and sharing and doing magical stuff as a group. I hope that you understand a little bit more about mindfulness and that you are able to practice some of this over the next few months while we don't have any yoga and mindfulness class. If anybody needs to understand anything better, feel free to contact me, and I will see you guys in a few months. So have a wonderful summer and a wonderful break, and we will see each other again soon. Thank you.